What I wanted to do is to have a rubber stamp really that certified that I understood financial markets, financial instruments, and that I could pursue different avenues within the world of finance.
I know some guys in like my country, Nigeria, that did masters in finance, and I know that all they are doing well. Some of them are CEOs of private equity firms. Some of them are CEO of banks in my country. So I was looking at, I wanted to be like them.
I wasn't ready to take 2 years out of my career to focus just on an MBA. I knew I wanted finance versus general management, so this was a great program to kind of correlate the two.
The learning program itself is basically comprised of two parts. One, it has the lectures, the classwork, and then you have a lot of group work.
I worked on certain project finance cases, and in my team we had a guy that worked for UN, a guy that worked for previous project finance bank, a consultant, and a finance manager. So it was very interesting how each of us could bring their perspectives to solving a problem.
If you have a finance background, but you feel that you want to develop more, you feel you want to make a next step in your career, then the Master of Finance program is definitely something for you.
Before I came here, I talked to my employer Deloitte about my future career goals. And I persuaded them that a Master's in Finance will be the right thing for me to proceed in my career, because I was working more on the operational side of finance, but I wanted to move to corporate finance.
Career Service has helped me in a number of ways. I think firstly the career counseling they do has been very useful. It really got me on the track of what I wanted to do in life and what I want to do after the Masters in Finance. Having made that decision, they really help you in preparing for the interviews, preparing your resume, really fine-tuning your cover letter.
We had milk round events where companies came on campus, presented themselves. It was ideal to get to know the company, introduce yourself to some very executive people from those companies, and it was a perfect way to prepare for the cover letter and getting to the interview.
The career service when we were at the school was absolutely superb. There was, I think, nobody who didn't get the chance to be in front of exactly the sort of employer that they wanted to be in front of, and probably had been for about 5 or 6 years before the programme. So the sort of range and quality of names that we were able to interview with there was superb.
We were really trained very well for the interviews, and myself personally, I had more than 20 interview invitations, and finally I got an offer from Barclays Global Investors.
I think London Business School is a superb, internationally recognised brand, and it's a brand that will never go away. It will always be on your CV, and it's very important to remember that when you're considering business schools.
This has definitely changed my life. It changed my career, because I was an accountant, now I'm working in a leading asset management company. It changed my personal life. I live in the greatest city in the world, and I love London, this diversity and opportunities which it provides. So I'm really happy.